Welcome to East Alabama Today, featuring topics, events, and interesting people from all over East Alabama. Hosted by Carl Brady. Now, let's get right to the show. Here's Carl Brady.
Hello, everyone. Welcome into East Alabama Today. I'm Carl Brady. Thanks for joining us on our program today. We are on location again for another special edition of East Alabama Today. We're at Noccalula Falls Park in Gadsden, and we're going to be talking about Christmas at the Falls here at Noccalula Falls. And as you can see, I'm in the special seat today, in the Santa chair, in the Santa house here at Christmas at the Falls. We're going to give you all the details for how you can enjoy the 2017 edition of Christmas at the Falls coming up a little later on in the program. But first, as always, let me remind you how to get in touch with me. If you have an idea for the show, we want to hear from you. If you have fairs, festivals, special events, things that are going on with your church, your community organization, or your nonprofit organization, things that are happening in your neighborhood, in your neck of the woods, just give me an email, cbrady@tv24.tv. Send that along with all the information, dates, times, and all the good details. And you never know, you may find yourself as a guest here on East Alabama Today talking about your special event. Now, if you also happen to miss an episode of the show and you'd like to go back and see that episode or maybe review some information that you want to look at again in an episode, it's very easy to do. Just go online to tv24.tv, go to the on-demand section and look for East Alabama Today, and there you can find all of our shows archived online that you can watch at your convenience. Again, tv24.tv. So hang out with us. We are going to have more information about this year's Christmas at the Falls from Noccalula Falls Park in Gadsden. Stay with us. Well, folks, welcome back into East Alabama Today. I'm Carl Brady, and Janet Terrence is with me, as you can see. I got the big chair today. I'm sitting in Santa's chair, so I'm feeling kind of special today. We're at Noccalula Falls Park in Gadsden, and we've taken over Santa's building here. When you come to Noccalula Falls and you come to Christmas at the Falls, this is where you come to visit with Santa Claus, and we've kind of taken over Santa's domain today.
I know, and I hate to tell you, Carl, but we're already in trouble.
Uh-oh.
I found this in the chair a few minutes ago.
Oh no, a bag of coal. That's never good.
We're already in trouble. We haven't even been here that long.
He knew we were coming, so he beat us to it, I think. Wow. You always have to be careful about that. And around here, I understand you got to look out for the Grinch, too. You might find him wandering around sometimes.
I heard he stole cookies. He interrupted one of the elves when they were reading to the children the other day.
Oh, that's never good.
I mean, he's up to his old tricks again.
He always is. But we want to introduce you to the 2017 edition of Christmas at the Falls here at Noccalula Falls Park. Janet, again, give us a quick reminder, how long has this event been going on? It's been a while.
Well, Carl, this is like a really special, so this is my 10th Christmas, and the City of Gadsden took it over 2 or 3 years prior to me coming to work for the City of Gadsden. And then Noccalula Improvement Association had it for, wow, I mean, I can't even remember.
It was a long time.
It was a long time, like I think I heard 25 years, 28 years.
Wow.
So
I didn't realize I was getting that old, but you're pretty close to right there, yeah.
I know. So Christmas at the Falls has been going on for so long, and the great thing about it is it keeps growing and changing and adding to. And to us, that's the most exciting thing. And every year, we're like, wow, at the crowd. And already this year, we're like, oh my goodness, at the crowd.
Yeah.
So it's not getting old. It's not outdated. People are still excited about coming, and we're still excited about doing it. I mean, something I don't know, this year has been, I don't know if it's been the wonderful weather that we've had, or that the word is just continuing to spread, and as we, advertise, and of course, social media, and everything, but the crowds have been outstanding. People are still coming, and if you haven't come, then after you hear everything we have to tell you, you're going to want to come.
You're going to want to come. That's right. And Christmas at the Falls has become a family tradition for most families in the area now, and people are coming from way outside the area to visit Christmas at the Falls as well. It has become a tourist destination during the Christmas season.
It really has. So, you have people from all over, not just kind of your surrounding states, like Florida and Tennessee and Mississippi, but I mean, they're coming from all over the United States. When they come to Alabama to visit their families and their friends, those family and friends are bringing them here.
Yeah.
They plan and they set the date. And not only is it just like, a family reunion or, the family tradition to come here, a lot of businesses have started using this as their Christmas parties. Every year, people like Gadsden Regional and Teachers Credit Union and Goodyear, they're having this as a family event, a company event, to show appreciation to their employees and keep up morale and that type of thing. And people love it. They get to bring their families, and it's a great way to have a company party, a family event, make it a family tradition. The thing about it is, no matter if you're coming with friends or family or your what I call work family, because that's the way I feel about mine,
right?
You're making memories, and that's what we love. We love to hear the stories from years ago when people came, or their little ones sit in Santa's lap, and the Facebook posts that pop up. A friend of mine, Kara, her little boy was just teeny-tiny like years ago, and it popped up, and then like now he's almost a teenager, and it breaks my heart. So it's just like those memories you just want to hold on to, and I love to hear about the family memories.
And a lot of people are making those memories here. As you mentioned, the crowds have already been exciting and big. You do have to be prepared, especially if you come on a Friday or Saturday night. There's going to be a lot of people here, but that's part of the fun of it. Is even the standing in line, visiting with people, walking through the park with other people, and it's just that's just part of the fun of it, because you're probably going to see somebody you know.
Oh, most definitely. You're going to see somebody you know, and what better way to make a new friend?
Yeah.
I mean, there's people, they stand in line and they start chatting, and before you know it, they're like, oh, I didn't, so-and-so, I know them too. And, they're friends before the night is over with. And of course, like you said, the lines are long on a Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but get into the Christmas spirit, and the Parks and Rec staff are doing everything they can to get you in the park.
Yeah.
We know that you came here to get in the park. You didn't come here to stand in line, and we are doing everything in our power to get you in. We started the online sales.
Right.
We've started the additional ticket booths that are in designated areas throughout the park.
No, okay.
So you have, of course, the regular ticket booth, the ticket entrance. So we are doing everything we can to get you in. So don't let the line scare you. You may think, I am not standing in that line. It's going to be hours, but it's really not.
It's not. It's not going to take that long. And you mentioned the online ticket sales that you can do that. You can buy tickets online, NocklolaFallsPark.com, and go ahead and get your tickets in advance. And the tickets actually go on sale at 4 o'clock every day.
Pre-sale.
Pre-sale for the gates to open at 5 o'clock. So if you get here a little early, you can go ahead and grab a ticket before everybody else gets here.
You can. And too, if you're a church group or your youth group, if they know they're coming, and I know a lot of your churches or different organizations and stuff, maybe they can't do online sales because of certain circumstances. If you'll call our park office, we have the tickets that we can sell you right then.
Okay.
So, you could just come on up here, bring your check, for 50 tickets or, what have you, and they'll sell you the tickets right there in the park office. So that's another way to cut down on your time as far as waiting in line.
Absolutely. And it's $6 per person.
$6.
3 and under get in for free.
Santa's orders.
On Santa's orders, that's right.
Yes, he says they're so cute and adorable. He just wants everyone 3 and under, to be free. And of course, only $6. And I don't know anywhere else you can go and pay $6 and get what you get at Christmas at the Falls.
Yeah.
So yeah, only $6 to get in, and of course there's so many things that you get for the $6: the train ride and the petting zoo and a bunch of stuff I know that we're gonna talk about and go through and dissect.
Yeah.
And,
We'll get into some more of the
yes,
details
the
coming up
details,
here in
yes.
just a minute. But let's take our first commercial break and do that. We'll be back to continue talking about Christmas at the Falls at Noccalula Falls Park in Gadsden. Stay with us. Well, welcome back into East Alabama today. Again, we're at Noccalula Falls Park in Gadsden. We've taken over Santa's domain. I get to sit in the big Santa chair today as we talk about Christmas at the Falls at Noccalula Falls Park. Janet Terrence is with me as always when we talk about things here at Noccalula Falls. And Janet, you were talking about how people keep coming back year after year, and nobody's gotten tired of it yet. I think one of the reasons for that is because your Parks and Rec staff does such a wonderful job of making the park a friendly, comfortable place. The lights are amazing, but the place is clean and well taken care of. You have the paved walkways now to make it so much easier for everybody instead of the gravel walkways. And it's just a comfortable, fun night to come spend some time here at the park at nighttime, which you normally don't get to see it in the nighttime. But you guys do such a great job, and I think that's what brings people back every year.
I think so too, and you know, we have received lots of comments on how friendly our staff was, and that everyone was always willing to help and give directions. And of course, we've added directional signs throughout the park. You know, the little stations, you are here, so you can see where you want to go. We are giving out maps that you can take with you on your journey through the park. Like you said, the staff has worked really hard on making this place absolutely beautiful, and you know, they do a good job of changing it up every year so you don't see the same things, or rearranging different stations and things like that. Of course, we've added on a few things we'll talk about. And you know, the other thing, not only our Parks and Rec staff work really hard, we have other departments throughout the city that come in and help us. And you know, I always try to mention them because they are absolutely wonderful. Every night we have an employee that works with our fleet department here on staff. If the train goes down, they get it back running. That way you don't have to wait on them to call someone in and for them to drive up here. So we have someone right on hand. The Public Works guys, they've come in and they help us with parking. When you're like, oh my goodness, where do I park? Look at this place. They're here to help direct you in the right direction. You can park here. A shuttle will be by to get you, you know, and they also help if something happens with the electricity. They're here. They're here to fix that, right? And so, and then a lot of their employees for both of those places, they come in and, you know, when we're shorthanded, and they help us do whatever, take up tickets or work a ticket booth or something, you know, just whatever really is needed. And then this year, Amanda Jackson with the library, you know, Amanda, they're great. They have decided to help us with the reading around the Christmas tree, and you know, they have Santa's elves come in and read to the children and give out all kind of goodies. And Jax has been gracious. All the kids that come into the reading around the Christmas tree, they get to have a coupon to go get free ice cream.
Oh, that's nice.
So yeah, Amanda and them have come on board and started helping with Christmas at the Falls. So, you know, it's really a city event. It's you know, everybody pulling together to make it happen, and we're so appreciative of our different departments that do come in and help us.
Let's talk about when you're going to be open. We haven't mentioned that yet. You're already open as you're watching this. The event is open. You're going to be open up until December 23rd.
Yes.
You're going to take off on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, then come back through the 30th.
Yes, and of course, you know, Santa won't be here and after the 30th. Right. But everything else should be normal business. Of course, no letter writing to Santa. But anyway, normal business. But yes, we are open now, and we'll be open, like you said, to the 23rd. We are going to take off 24th, 25th. Let our hardworking, dedicated employees have some Christmas time with their families.
Right.
And reopen. And that way, if you've gotten kind of off your schedule and didn't get to make it before Christmas, you can still come on out. And I mean, to me, Christmas is extended to New Year's. So,
Oh yeah.
come on out and enjoy the lights and everything, the train ride and all that good stuff.
We'll talk about some of the new things. You said you've added some stuff. What do you want to tell us about that?
Okay, so we had our old post office, and it was just a letter writing to Santa station. But now, when you go in, it's like an old-timey country store.
Oh wow!
And you can get the bottles, the old-timey bottles of Coke, the big lollipops, the old-fashioned candy canes. Of course, still writing your letters to Santa.
Yeah.
We also have our swords and glow bracelets and necklaces and all that fun stuff that you can buy in there. We have tons of old-fashioned candy. So that's been a big draw. I didn't know how big it would be. We were excited about it. We thought, oh, it's a good thing, but people really love it, especially getting the old-fashioned Cokes and Sprites and those glass bottles.
Oh, yeah.
And to me, there's nothing any better than one of those.
They taste different, don't they?
They do taste different when you pull them out of that where they're iced down and everything, and it tastes wonderful. Of course, we've made our food court village where we have a majority of our food vendors and everything that's in there. We have moved our cookie house where you do the cookie, the decorating for the cookies, and
that's all the kids' favorite thing. You decorate your own cookies,
and the cookies are so big.
They are big, yeah.
And I like to pile mine like this thick with icing. I'm banned from that place.
Okay.
They won't let me back in because I use too much icing. But we've changed that. That's in a new building. It's a lot bigger. And of course, you can still get your cocoa and your popcorn there too. And then where Cookies and Cocoa were last year in the Wilson building, you can get, there's a coffee shop in there. It's called Warm Memories, and you can get personalized ornaments in there.
Nice.
So yeah, and of course, where I said the food vendors were all kind of food vendors. The Philly cheesesteak, Q&A concessions. Those things are delicious. There's there's a lady who makes these wonderful cakes and fried pies.
Right.
Then of course we've got some homemade brittle, peanut brittle. We've got Miss Jackson who is making her homemade fudge. And then we've got a couple of arts and craft vendors too that are here with homemade bombs, the bath bombs and soaps and stuff, and then some artwork. So lots of good things going on.
That is a big change, having all of that here as part of Christmas at the Falls. That sounds exciting.
And then, you don't want to miss our gift shop. They have done a phenomenal job on the gift shop, where you can buy your Christmas at the Falls sweatshirts and t-shirts and all kind of Christmas at the Falls decorations and trinkets, and of course Nokowola Falls souvenirs and stuff, and get some really good deals in there, and it's so nice.
Now, one thing we do need to talk about, just on the outside chance, we're inside today because it is raining today. The best way to keep up with the schedule, if the weather is looking bad, the best way to find out whether you're open or closed is just to check out your Facebook pages, social media. Tell us about those pages.
We've got, of course, our Nokowola Falls Park and Campground page, and then we have just our Christmas at the Falls events page, City of Gadsden page. Tourism is really good about updating theirs.
Greater Gadsden Tourism.
And of course, Mix, WQSB, The Power, online, their Facebook pages, and on air, they always air it, Alabama 810. So there's lots of ways to find out. Of course, you can always call our park office or Downtown Civic Center to find out whether we are open or closed as well.
And we here at TV24 usually, once we get word on it too, we'll share that on the TV24 page on Facebook and Twitter as well. So we help spread the word on that.
Yeah, I think we try to do a pretty good job, of hitting the different areas so people know We never want to close. That is not our intentions at all.
Right.
But when you have weather like we're having today, it's not so fun to be out there.
No.
And two, we look out for the safety. You know, there's lots of plugs and outlets and lights and all that.
A lot of electricity. And
Yes, yes.
Electricity and water don't mix well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we are always looking out for safety of others.
All right, sounds good. Well, let's take another break. We'll be back in a moment to continue with more of East Alabama Today at Noccalula Falls Park in Gadsden. Well, our final segment of East Alabama Today, we're at Noccalula Falls Park in Gadsden talking about Christmas at the Falls here at Noccalula Falls. And you pay your $6 to get in, and you can ride the train and visit the petting zoo, a couple of fun things that we haven't talked about yet.
Yeah, I mean, the train ride, is a favorite.
Oh,
Everyone loves the train, which will take you around the perimeter of the park. So you'll get to see everything, but unless you get off and walk, and get it, hands-on, you can't get to the petting zoo that way.
Right.
So you definitely want to get off the train and walk around everything in the park, go visit the animals, and go in the petting zoo, maybe pet some bunny rabbits or little guinea pigs. And of course, there's always animals inside the barn.
Yeah, the big farm animals are out there. You can if they'll come up to you, you can pet them and play with them.
Yes, definitely. And then, of course, the covered bridge, one of my favorites, where all the beautiful dancing lights are.
Synced with the music there.
Yes,
yeah.
And then all of the falling lights. One of my favorites. I don't know what's my favorite. Everything is. But I do love the little area where you're walking down the trail and it just looks like just snow falling, basically. So you definitely want to get out and walk around.
And you want to do it. I like to do it at a leisurely pace. Some people just get out and they walk fast. They're here for an hour and then they're gone. I like to just take my time, bring the niece and the nieces and nephews and great nieces and nephews, and just see it through the eyes of a child. That's so much fun.
Get some cocoa and some Lookout Mountain kettle corn, and just take your time.
Yeah. Just really enjoy the day.
Yeah, it is. It's a great time, and of course, always come and visit with Santa and have photos made and. Tell Santa what you want for Christmas.
Absolutely. And remember that pre-sale tickets or pre-opening tickets go on sale at 4 o'clock every day. The gates open at 5 and they'll be open all the way up until 9 o'clock each night. It's open every night through the 23rd. They're going to take off the 24th and 25th and then come back the 26th through the 30th to wrap everything up. If you want to avoid the ticket lines, go online and get your tickets online at NoccalulaFallsPark.com. And again, tickets are $6 for everybody except 3 and under. And Santa said let the little ones in for free.
He did.
So I think we've just about covered it all.
I think so too. I just don't know what we're going to do with this bag of coal.
Yeah, we'll have to find somebody else to pass that along to.
Yeah,
I can probably find somebody.
I'll leave a note on it for the Grinch.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe we can give it to the Grinch as we leave. Well, Janet, thank you very much for having us out again. It's always a pleasure to come and visit with you about Christmas at the Falls. And folks, we want you to be sure to come out and visit Christmas at the Falls this year at Noccalula Falls Park in Gadsden. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.